Imagine a city rising from the ocean, built on nearly 100 man-made islands, constructed with stones so massive that modern engineers still cannot explain how it was done. This is Nan Madol. Hidden in the remote waters of the Pacific Ocean, this ancient wonder has confused scientists for centuries. Massive basalt columns, some weighing over 50 tons, were somehow transported across the sea and stacked with impossible precision. No wheels were used. No metal tools existed. And the nearest source of these stones is miles away across dangerous open water. How did an ancient civilization, with no written language and no advanced machinery, build something that rivals the pyramids of Egypt? This is not a legend. This is not a myth. Nan Madol is real, and its secrets remain locked in silence to this day. Let us journey together into one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of the ancient world. Nan Madol lies off the eastern shore of the island of Pohnpei, deep in the Federated States of Micronesia. This archipelago sits thousands of miles from any major continent, isolated in the vast Pacific Ocean. For most of human history, this place remained unknown to the outside world. Early European explorers who stumbled upon it could not believe their eyes. Rising from the shallow waters and coral reefs was something that should not exist. A city made of stone, built upon the sea itself. The complex stretches across an area larger than many ancient cities of the mainland. Nearly 100 artificial islands are connected by a network of canals and waterways, earning Nan Madol the title of the Venice of the Pacific. But unlike Venice, which was built over many centuries with the help of advanced engineering knowledge, Nan Madol was constructed by people who, according to mainstream history, lacked even basic technology. And yet, here it stands, silent, eternal, waiting. The most striking feature of Nan Madol is the massive basalt logs used in its construction. These are not carved blocks. They are natural hexagonal columns formed by ancient volcanic activity. Each column is perfectly shaped, as if designed by nature for building. But the real mystery is not their shape. It is their size. Some of these columns are over 20 feet long and weigh between 5 and 50 tons. Many are stacked in crisscross patterns, rising to heights of 25 feet or more. Modern archaeologists have calculated that to build Nan Madol, workers would have needed to move an average of 1,800 tons of basalt per year for at least 4 centuries. That is an astonishing amount of labor for any civilization. For an isolated island community with no draft animals and no metal tools, it seems almost impossible. And yet, the stones are there, unmoved, unbroken, defying explanation. So how was it done? The local people of Pohnpei have their own answer, and it is far more mysterious than anything science has offered. According to ancient oral tradition, Nan Madol was built by twin sorcerers named Olisihpa and Olosohpa. These two brothers arrived on Pohnpei from a distant land, searching for a place to build a great ceremonial center to honor the gods. When they found the reef near Pohnpei, they decided this was the place. But they did not build with hands and ropes. They used magic. The legends say that Olisihpa and Olosohpa commanded the basalt columns to fly through the air and arrange themselves into the massive walls and platforms we see today. The stones obeyed, rising from distant quarries, soaring across miles of ocean, and gently lowering themselves into place. To modern ears, this sounds like fantasy. But consider this. Almost every ancient megalithic site on Earth has similar legends. The Egyptians spoke of priests who could levitate stones with sound. The builders of Stonehenge were said to have used the power of Merlin. The people of Easter Island claimed their statues walked to their positions. Are these all just myths? Or are they echoes of a forgotten knowledge? What if the ancients possessed techniques so advanced, so different from our own, that we simply cannot recognize them? What if technology does not always look like machines and computers? What if, long ago, humanity understood forces of nature that we have since forgotten? These questions have no easy answers, but Nan Madol forces us to ask them. Let us go deeper. At the heart of Nan Madol lies a structure called Nandawas. This is the royal mortuary, the burial place of the island's ancient rulers. Its walls are the highest and thickest in the entire city. Massive basalt columns form a fortress-like enclosure, inside of which lie the tombs of kings and priests. The craftsmanship here is astonishing. Despite the enormous weight of the stones, they are fitted together with remarkable precision. No mortar was used. Only gravity and perfect placement hold them in position. Archaeologists believe that Nan Madol was the ceremonial and political seat of the Sorcerers dynasty, a line of rulers who dominated Pohnpei for centuries. According to tradition, the Sorcerers were powerful but oppressive. They demanded absolute obedience from the island's people and enforced their rule through religious authority. Nan Madol was their sacred capital, a place where rituals were performed, laws were decreed, and the dead were honored. But even the Sorcerers did not claim to have built Nan Madol. They inherited it. They merely used what already existed. The true builders, according to legend, were the twin sorcerers, and before them, perhaps others whose names have been lost to time. This raises a haunting question. How old is Nan Madol really? Mainstream archaeology dates the construction of Nan Madol to around the 8th or 9th century of the Common Era. Some estimates push it back a few centuries earlier. But there are researchers who believe the site is far older than this. They point to the advanced engineering, the sheer scale of the construction, and the lack of any transitional period in the archaeological record. Most great cities show evidence of gradual growth. Small villages become towns, towns become cities. But Nan Madol appears almost fully formed, as if it sprang into existence all at once. Could it be that Nan Madol is the remnant of a forgotten civilization, one that existed before recorded history? Beneath the waters surrounding Nan Madol, divers have discovered even more mysteries. Submerged ruins, walls, and structures extend far beyond the visible islands. Some researchers believe that a larger city once existed here, now drowned by rising sea levels. If this is true, it would push the origins of Nan Madol back thousands of years, into an era we know almost nothing about. What secrets lie beneath those waves? What stories have been silenced by the sea? The mysteries of Nan Madol do not end with its construction. There is also the question of its purpose. Why would anyone build a stone city in the middle of the ocean? Why go through such incredible effort to create something in such an isolated location? Some researchers believe Nan Madol was a spiritual center, a place where priests communed with the divine. The orientation of certain structures suggests astronomical alignments, connections to the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. Perhaps Nan Madol was a temple complex, designed to channel sacred energies and honor the heavens. Others suggest it was a center of governance, a place where the ruling elite separated themselves from the common people. By building their capital on the sea, the Sorcerers created a fortress that was nearly impossible to attack. The canals and waterways served as natural barriers, protecting the rulers from rebellion. But there is another theory, one that is whispered more than spoken. Some believe that Nan Madol was built to contain something, not to honor, not to govern, but to imprison. Local legends speak of a spirit that dwells beneath the city, a powerful entity that was sealed away by the twin sorcerers long ago. The massive walls of Nan Madol, according to this tradition, are not just buildings. They are barriers. They are locks on a door that must never be opened. Is this just superstition? Or is it a warning passed down through generations, a memory of something real that happened in the distant past? We may never know. What we do know is that Nan Madol remains one of the most enigmatic places on Earth. Despite decades of research, we still cannot fully explain how it was built, why it was built, or who truly built it. The stones keep their silence. The sea guards its secrets. And perhaps that is exactly as it should be. There is a lesson hidden in the mystery of Nan Madol, a lesson about humility and wonder. We live in an age of information. We have satellites that can photograph every inch of the Earth. We have computers that can simulate entire universes. We have decoded the human genome and sent machines to other planets. And yet, we stand before Nan Madol and confess that we do not understand. This is not a failure of science. This is a gift. The mystery reminds us that the world is deeper than we know, that the past is richer than we imagine, that there are wonders waiting to be discovered if we have the humility to seek them. Our ancestors were not primitive. They were not ignorant. They possessed wisdom and abilities that we are only beginning to appreciate. And perhaps their greatest lesson is this: true knowledge is not about conquering the world. It is about living in harmony with it. The builders of Nan Madol, whoever they were, understood something profound. They worked with the forces of nature, not against them. They created something that has endured for over 1,000 years, perhaps much longer. And they did it without destroying their environment or leaving scars upon the earth. Can we say the same? As we close this journey, let us pause and reflect. In the teachings of the wise and in the words of the prophets, we are reminded again and again that this world is full of signs for those who reflect. The mountains, the seas, the stars, and yes, the ancient ruins, all of them point to a truth greater than ourselves. They whisper of a Creator whose power is beyond our comprehension and whose wisdom is beyond our understanding. Nan Madol is one such sign, a monument to human ingenuity. Yes, but also a reminder that we are small before the vastness of creation, that our knowledge is limited, that our time on this earth is short. Let us use that time wisely. Let us seek knowledge but remain humble. Let us marvel at the wonders of the past, but never forget the one who made all things possible. May your heart find peace in the mysteries that remain unsolved. May your soul find comfort in the knowledge that some secrets are kept by a wisdom far greater than our own. And may you walk gently upon this earth, knowing that you too are part of a story that stretches back to the beginning of time and forward to eternity. Until we meet again, stay curious, stay humble, and never stop wondering.